Welcome, folks, to Rip the Mask Off. So in this video, we're going to talk about they tell on themselves. Your assignment is to listen. So what do I mean by that? Toxic people are going to try and get access to you in a variety of ways. Some are going to be very overt with their hostility, instantly creating that distance and making it easier for you to create that distance. But what I found is that most tend to take a covert route. They're very hidden and sneaky with their dealings. Their friendliness, quote unquote, comes with a hidden agenda, and that hidden agenda is to get as close to you as possible so they can try and access as much details about you and your life, only to pick and poke and chip away at you and turn it against you in the future. Now, in the process of them acting nice, they're going to try and reveal things about themselves, or not try and reveal, they're actually going to reveal things about themselves in order for you to solicit more trust, or for them to solicit more trust from you, rather. And it will be coming in the form of confessions. But if you're not aware of it, you're not going to catch it as a target individual. So some of the things that might come up are phrases like, oh, well, I'm not that nice. Or, I try to be a good person, but I'm really not. Or they'll make a story of a friend who's done some egregious act. For instance, oh, I know a friend of mine who went and slept with his best friend's wife. Things like that are just very unusual. And when I say unusual, I mean the relationship, be it platonic or romantic, has not developed enough for both of you to actually share that type of information. Y'all just know each other for 2 days and all of a sudden they're sharing these types of details with you. That should be a red flag. Number one. Number two, you should take them as their confessions. They're literally confessing to you about who and what they're truly about. There is a saying that if you listen long enough, people will tell you and show you their intent in terms of dealing with you. Your assignment is to listen. Do not try to rationalize away what they've said. They've said what they've said. Your assignment is to listen, take that in, and then make your judgment as to whether or not you wish for them to be a part of your social circle, or a romantic partner, or whatever role they're to play in your life. You take that in and you determine your strategy accordingly in how you choose to deal with them. That's where your control is. That is where you are empowered in, because you only have control over yourself at the end of the day. Your job is not to psychoanalyze them. Your job is not to refute them. In fact, it would be foolish to do so, because just like they don't know you, they know themselves. You don't know them. And if they can tell you something about themselves, there is only one thing, and it comes across as a confession, whether they're putting their name into it or not. There's only one thing you can do: believe them. They're telling you who they are. Believe them. As in what Maya Angelou had mentioned, believe them the first time. When they show you who they are, believe them the first time. It's going to help keep you away from any potential chaos and drama. It's helped me so much. Before, I used to try and rationalize. When someone would say, "Oh, I'm not a good person," I would turn around and go, "Oh, I don't believe that," only to get bitten in the butt in the end. Now, when someone says something like that and it's out of the character, it's like, this is really weird. If they know they're not a good person and they're an adult, they know what steps they can take to change their ways. If they're choosing not to do that, but they're just telling you they're not a good person, run. You're not their psychotherapist, you're not their medical doctor, you're not their emotional punching bag. Run. Because that is someone that is not willing to take accountability. That's someone that is comfortable in who they are. So take this as a warning, targeted individuals. Do not try to rationalize. If someone tells you who they are, accept it because they know themselves better than you. They know themselves better than you. And this would probably be one of the only times that you'll actually get truth from a toxic person, is when they are deprecating themselves. When they're doing self-deprecation and in order to try and win your trust, this is probably the only time that you'll actually get the truth from them. So believe it, take it, run, live your life, and keep away from these agents of chaos.